Hi, my name is Brittany, and I am a student intern with Legal Action. So, there are two main ways that people can view a criminal record in Wisconsin. Both are available to the public and are commonly reviewed by landlords, employers, and anyone else doing background checks. The first way is through the Wisconsin Criminal Court Access Portal, which is commonly referred to as CCAP. You're probably most familiar with CCAP. CCAP has a record with any circuit court, also known as county court, cases from Wisconsin, whether the case was criminal or civil. CCAP is free to use, and many people in Wisconsin use it and know how to conduct searches. If you were a defendant on any criminal case in Wisconsin, a record of that case, including the charges and whether or not you were convicted, is viewable on CCAP, unless it is aged off or the case has been ordered expunged by a judge. If you got arrested but were not actually charged with anything, that arrest usually won't appear on CCAP. If you got arrested but the charges were dismissed or you were found not guilty, that case will usually be aged off on CCAP after 2 years from the date of the charges that were either dropped or you were found not guilty. If you were convicted of a crime or of a forfeiture, a ticket, or a municipal citation in a circuit court, those convictions will stay on CCAP for longer. Wisconsin law requires that records of forfeitures, tickets be kept on CCAP for 5 years after the date of the conviction, that misdemeanors be kept on for 25 years after the date of the conviction, and that felonies for 50 years, or in the case of Class A, the most serious felonies, 75 years. Cases can be kept on CCAP for even longer past the deadline at which they will be aged off if you owe any money to the court related to the case, and will disappear from court website record when all the money is paid, when the 5, 25, 50, or 75-year mark has been passed. The second way to view records is through the Criminal Information Bureau report, which is also known as a CIB, which is produced by an office in the Wisconsin Department of Justice. The CIB maintains reports of any arrests in Wisconsin, whether or not they led to criminal charges or convictions. Anytime someone is arrested in Wisconsin, the CIB automatically logs that arrest, any charges associated with it, and usually the outcome of those charges, and keeps it in their system. A copy of a person's arrest record, if they have one, can be accessed by anyone who has the person's name and date of birth and the $7 processing fee. These reports are accessible online at the CIB's website and are usually returned within less than a minute after the request is submitted. The biggest contrast between CIB records and records on CCAP is that a CIB records has information on every arrest associated with the person's name and date of birth in Wisconsin. This includes arrests where no charges were brought or where someone was later found not guilty. It also includes arrest records that may be so old that the cases they were associated with don't appear on CCAP anymore. This is because the CIB report draws on police department records and not on court records. Those arrest records are preserved forever unless they're eligible to be removed. And even then, you still have to ask. It does not happen automatically like it does for stuff disappearing on CCAP. Unfortunately, the arrest records that can be removed are arrests that did not lead to a conviction on any charges. If you were arrested and later convicted in a case that resulted from that arrest, the record of that arrest probably cannot be removed from the CIB report. Because these records are so easy to access, many people from Wisconsin use them, especially the CCAP records, because they're free. It is important to know that what is publicly viewable and what can be removed and what might disappear from public view if, for example, the fines are paid. For more information, you can contact Lawyers for Learners.